everybody. Welcome back to Story Time. It's a new week and we're celebrating Native Americans, so we're super excited to be reading The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush, which has to do with the Plain Indians in central United States. And so you might hear some different states or some different parts of the country as we read and celebrate this whole month of November with Native Americans. So thanks for joining me here tonight. Hola comunidad de Greenfield, soy Superintendent Galvan, leyendo historias con ustedes sobre los nativos americanos todo el mes de noviembre. Y esta noche voy a leer la leyenda de los indios Paintbrush, pero de los que están más o menos al medio de los Estados Unidos. So vamos a ver lo que podemos aprender de ellos esta noche. So muchas gracias por estar aquí. All right, let's go ahead and read and see what we can learn about the legend of the Indian Paintbrush. Paintbrush. All right, here we go. And start here. Oh, that's on the first page. Let me see, boys and girls. I missed the first page. There it is. Okay. Many years ago, when the people traveled the plains and lived in the circles of teepees, there was a boy who was smaller than the most of the children in the tribe. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't keep up with the other boys, who were always riding, running, shooting their arrows, and wrestling to prove their strength. Sometimes his mother and father worried about him. But the boy, who was called Little Gopher, was not without a gift of his own. From an early age, he made toy warriors from scraps of leather and pieces of wood. He loved to decorate smooth stories with the red juices from berries he found in the hills. The wise shaman of the tribe understood that Little Gopher had a gift that was special. Do not struggle, Little Gopher. Your path will not be the same as the others. They will grow up to be warriors. Your place among the people will be remembered for a different reason. Oh, that's really a nice comment. Sometimes as kids or adults, we compare ourselves to other people, but the shaman, which is like the doctor, says like, it's okay. You have a different role in life. And so that's important for us to remember as we go through this journey of life. And in a few years, when the little gopher was older, he went out to the hills alone to think about becoming a man. For this was the custom of the tribe. And it was there that a dream vision came to him. The sky filled with clouds, and out of them came a young Indian maiden and an old grandfather. He carried a rolled up animal skin, and he carried a brush made of the animal hairs and a pot of paints. The grandfather spoke, "My son, there are tools by which you shall become a great warrior and great among your people. You will paint pictures of the deeds of the warriors and the visions of the shaman, and the people shall see them and remember them forever." The maiden unrolled a pure white buckskin and placed it on the ground. "Find a buckskin as white as this," she told him. "Keep it, and one day you will paint a picture that is pure as the colors and in the evening sky." Then she ran slowly, sank behind the hills, and the sky grew dark, and the dream vision was over. Little Gopher returned to the circle of the people. The next day, he began to make soft brushes from the hairs of the different animals and stiff brushes from the hair of the horses' tails. He gathered berries and flowers and rocks of different colors and crushed them to make his paints. He collected the skins of the animals which the warrior brought home from their hunts. And he began to paint pictures of great hunts, of great deeds, of great dream visions, so that the people would always remember. So you see people, horses, some buffalo catching, and a hand. But even as he painted, Little Gopher sometimes longed to be put aside his brushes and ride out with the warriors. But always he remembered the dream vision, and he did not go with them. He would stay and he would paint. He began to go to the top of the hill each evening and look at the colors that filled the sky to try and understand how to make them. He longed to share the beauty of the dream vision with the people. But he never gave up trying, and every morning he woke up, he took out his brushes and his pots of paint and created the stories of the people while he used the tools he had. One night, as he lay awake, he heard a voice calling to him, "Because you have been so faithful to the people and true to your gift, you shall find the colors you are seeking. Tomorrow take the white buckskin and go to the place where you watch the sun in the evening. Then, there, on the ground, you will find what you need." The next evening, as the sun began to go down, Little Gopher put aside his brushes and went to the top of the hill as the colors of the sunset spread across the sky. And there, on the ground, all around him, were brushes filled with paint, and each color of the sunset. Little Gopher began to paint quickly and surely, using one brush and then another. As the colors in the sky began to fade, Little Gopher gazed at the white buckskin, and he was happy. He had found the colors of the sunset. He carried his paints down to the circle of the people, leaving the brushes on the hillside. And the next day when the people woke up, the hill was ablaze with color, for the brushes had taken root into the earth and multiplied into millions of plants, beautiful, brilliant reds, oranges, and yellows. And every spring from that time, the hill and the meadows burst with those colors. And every spring, the people dance and sing their praises of Little Gopher who had painted for their people. And the people no longer called him Little Gopher, but he who brought the sun to the earth. And that's the end of the story. How beautiful. So his gift was painting, but his paint transformed the land. Oh, so beautiful. The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush was our story for you tonight. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Superintendent Galvan with the Greenfield School District, sending a great big bear hug from our family to yours.